Hello, what's up? Welcome to another episode of Talking Timepieces with Tony. I'm Tony. Today's Friday. You know what day that is. And if you don't know what day that is, that must mean you're either a new subscriber or you just don't hardly watch my videos. It is a Q&A day. Fridays we do Q&A. If you would like to have your question featured on one of the Q&As, all you got to do is comment or leave your question in the comments section below. That's pretty much the only way you'll get your comment read. You can do it on my Instagram, on the if you follow me and whatever. If you don't follow me, or you do follow me and you DM me, most likely I'm not going to get it. So, but just leave your question in the comments, and and we'll take it from there and see how it goes. It might work out, it might not, but I'll definitely read it. Cool. So having said that, it's Friday, so we got some questions. Let's roll the intro and get into it. All right.
Talking timepieces with Tony. Talking timepieces with Tony.
I forgot. I'm wearing my Zenith Pilot El Primero. Love this watch. I'm a huge Zenith fan, as you guys know. So let's start, man. This one comes from user / this is a generic thing, but this is who they're coming from. So if you can see that. Hi, Tony. We love your videos. Very educational. Thank you. Hi to the cats. Hey, Paco. Listen. Viewer says hello. Uku, uku. This viewer says hello to you. They're just looking at me. They haven't said hello back. I'm sorry. For the Rolex Daytona Panda, do you think a person needs a big spend history, jewelry, and or watches to get one offered from AD? And how many do you think an AD gets per month? Thank you, Tony. That's two questions. So, yeah, I mean, to get it, Daytonas are very hard to get at retail, from an AD. They're very difficult. Although, certain things don't surprise me. Some people can go, oh, I never waited, I walked in and I just got it. And I doubt that. But, yeah, you definitely have to have a spend history of some sort with them, Do you have to have some astronomical amount of spending to get one? I don't know, and it depends on your AD. Every AD is different. Depends also where you're located in the world. You know what I mean? Or is it a smaller AD that's in sort of a rural part of wherever you're from that that don't really get that much business? I mean, I can't imagine any Rolex dealer not really getting a lot of business, but at the same time, so yeah, you definitely have to spend money, but don't spend money if you have to buy stuff you don't want, because then you might as well just get the watch on the gray market. However, I think a $30,000 price tag for a Daytona, especially a stainless steel Panda, a little pricey, man, but do what you got to do. And how many do I think the ADs get per month? Again, it depends where that AD is and how busy they are. Keep in mind, Rolex make a certain amount of Daytonas, they make a certain amount of OPs, they make a certain amount of Datejust, Submariners, Yacht Masters, Sky Dwellers, all of them. They make a certain amount. Okay, so I think they probably make far more Datejust than they do the Daytona. And then when they do finally get a batch of Daytonas that they made, it's not like they divide them equally up to each AD that they have. I think what it comes down to is what the AD is requesting, how many watches they're requesting per this AD, and a lot of them get very few, I'm sure of it. I don't think AD's got a stack of them in the back, that they're holding on to. But, I wish I could answer that better, but it's a tough one, man. But, good luck with whatever you're doing, and thanks for watching. This one comes from Weaver. All right, the weather over there in Bognor Regis, mate. Weather, W-E-V-A-A-H. Hey, Tony, been watching for a hot minute. Cool. But this is my first time asking a question, so I'm looking into adding a third to the collection. Right now it consists of an Omega AT38, black AT Aquaterra, I'm guessing, 38 millimeter Aquaterra. Tudor Black Bay 58 navy, both on a bracelet. And I'm looking to get the Longines Master Collection 38.5 millimeter, the small seconds in silver, the Tudor 1926-36 in black, or the Tudor Royal 38 in black. I've been going back and forth on this decision for a few months now and still haven't come to a conclusion on which to go with for a more dress style watch. Love the content, brother, and hope you have a good one. Thank you. I appreciate it. Well, that's almost an easy... okay, so I wouldn't get the Tudor 1926. I don't like it. Just think it's generic, basic looking watch. I don't think there's anything special about it. The Tudor Royal 38. I like the Tudor Royal, man. I almost bought one, different variation. I came so close, man. They definitely have that Vacheron 222 kind of vibe going with them. But, you know, if that's the style you're looking at, because that's a whole lot different than the Longines Master Collection 38.5 with the small seconds, you know what I mean? And you're also looking at how much is the Longines, maybe 20, I'm just gonna go round it off to 2,500, and the Tudor's maybe $4,000. Not too sure. That's what I'm gonna guess, maybe 3,800. But honestly, that's a tough one, dude. Because I like Longines a lot, you know, and I do like that Tudor Royal. I know it's not a popular watch, but who cares, right? I'd go with the Longines. Nah, I'd go with the Tudor. The Tudor Royal. Yeah, the Tudor Royal. No, the Longines, dude. Go with the Longines for sure, 100%. It's classy. It's classy. The Tudor is it's more like it's a kind of, yeah, you know, go with the Longines. Sorry, dude. All right, thanks for your question. Lucho-2310. Very cool collection, Tony. GMT is my favorite. Thanks, dude. Appreciate it. Question: is it worth putting clear film on my new Rolex, especially on the clasp? And if worth it, where I can get it done and for how much? Good question for the show, I think. As long as you think. I don't know, man. Any question's a good question. I don't know, dude. I've seen that stuff. I don't know if I would do it. Wear your watch. If it gets scratched, it gets scratched, dude. I know you want to keep them in pristine condition, but you know, I don't know. I don't know how much that stuff costs. I don't know where you can get it done. I think you have to do it yourself, don't you? But I'd leave it. Mike Lewis 2456. Nice collection of watches. Thank you. I'm surprised you don't have your Tudor as part of a rotation. Have a question for next week. If you could replace one of the Trinity watches, which would it be, and replace it with which brand? So so there's 3 brands in the Trinity. There's Audemars Piguet, there's Vacheron Constantin, and there's Patek Philippe. So you're asking me to get rid of one brand and replace it with another? I would get rid of AP, Audemars Piguet. I'm sorry, man, for you AP lovers out there, I don't get it. They do make one really good watch, you know, but they keep making the same watch. They keep doing it. They keep redecorating the same freaking watch and trying to sell it as, look at the new same watch that we keep doing. Sorry, dude. Okay, so I would get rid of AP and I would replace it with Breguet. Breguet are just so under the freaking rate. I mean, they've been around since 112 billion or something. They're old. They're such a classy brand, you know. Abraham Louis Breguet invented the tourbillon, for frick's sake, you know. I mean, what more, you know, do you need? Breguet, the Classique line is sick. Their complications are sick. Their watches are beautiful. They're high horology. They're just amazing watches. They belong in that Trinity. Kick AP the out. You know what I mean? Sorry. I mean, they're you know, I'd still put JLC in over AP. I'm just saying. Using my hands a lot today. Hey, hi. Thanks for your question, man. This is Ann giving Unash. Oh my God, I'm so sorry, man. I'm butchering you. Ann giving Gun S ship. Okay, let me shut. Hello. Right here. If that's you, this is your question. Hi, Tony. Ann Given from Sydney. Ann Given. Hey, dude. Sydney, Australia. Love the show, mate. Thank you. Your style, knowledge, and passion is so cool. Thank you again. I appreciate it. Hoping you read this on the next Q&A. All right. I recently traveled to NYC, that's New York City for anyone who doesn't know, and purchased the Carl F. Bucherer Monero Auto Date. Why? Because I love the John Wick movies. Dude, I love your honesty. Just wanted to ask what you thought of this piece, as I value what you think. Cheers. Well, if you're going to buy a watch based off of a movie, then you can't get much better than Carl F. Bucherer, man. Because that's another brand that's just so, like, under everyone's radar, and they are so freaking good. You know, granted, Rolex now owns Bucherer. Bucherer are, you know, one of the biggest resellers of Rolex and luxury brands, but they also have their own brand, Carl F. Bucherer. Bucherer are, granted, I had a Bucherer and I sold it. I sold it to frickin' Federico. I sold it, well, a lot of people call him that. I love Federico. Anyway, I sold mine to Federico, man, and I wish I hadn't, because he gave me this great story, which at the time, and it was several years ago, that he was telling me that just they don't hold value, and they don't, okay? But they were like, he gave, and and I was just like, you know what, man, I'll just get rid of it. And he tried to tell me it wasn't worth anything, but just as a kind gesture, he'll sell. I can't remember how much he offered me. It was like $400 or something. And I'm like, all right, I just sold it. Then he puts it up on his website for like $6,000 or $5,000 or something. I'm like, you asshole, man. Yeah, real honest, straight shooter guy he is. You know what I mean? And I love that when people say how much they love his channel because he's such a straight shooter. Don't buy into it, man. All these YouTubers that sell watches don't give a shit about you. And, I'm not going to sit there and rant. They're all whatever. Carl F. Bucherer, amazing. Actually, I might buy another one now that you sent me this question. I love the Monero Auto Date. It's a perfect, clean dress watch. They're not that expensive. I believe they're up at around $3,000 to $3,500. When I was looking at them several years ago, they were in the threes, I think. So I don't know where they're at now. I'm gonna look though. Very cool, man. Enjoy your Bucherer. Such an understated watch. Not a lot of people know about it. Only you do, and it's amazing. Congrats, dude. Claude Talks 2194. What's up, Claude Talks 2194? I know you. I don't know you personally, but I know you because you comment and I recognize your... I know you. Have you always been a watch collector? Is it part and parcel of who you are? Do you ever have an existential crisis moment like, is this not my beautiful watch? So what you're basically saying, the question is do I ever question the hobby? And does that thought ever enter my mind? First and foremost, you're asking me you've got two questions here. Have I always been a watch collector? No. And honestly, man, I still don't think of myself as a collector. I just think of myself as an enthusiast. I think a collector, like I have a good collection of Swatch watches, and they are a collection, and I do have a lot of them. But at the same time, it's not like I go after the certain ones. There's certain ones I like, and I don't buy them just to have more of them. So like with luxury watches, like for instance, someone who's like they just collect Submariners, vintage all the way up to modern or whatever brand it may be. I buy a watch because I like it, and I've sold a ton of watches too, that if I don't like it or it's not bonding or I'm not bonding with it, then I just get rid of it. If I was a true serious collector, some of these watches that I actually did get rid of, I should have kept and would have kept. But, I believe that if I'm not wearing it and it's just sitting in a box, I'd rather someone else have it that will get a lot more enjoyment out of it than I that I do. You know what I mean? So, do I ever question the hobby? Yeah, it's expensive, man. I'm sitting there going like, geez, man, how much money have I spent? You know what I mean? The things I could have bought, you know? It's like, oh, I really could have used that freaking Porsche 911. Lucky enough, I've already had one, so I don't need to get another one, but I don't have one now. But, you know, like something like that, the amount of money I've spent is just ridiculous. So I do question it sometimes. I can tell you this, this year I am definitely going to be way more conservative about what I buy, because I've had pretty much everything, you know, but it's like, but I know what I like, and that's about it, I guess. So thanks, Claude Talks, for your question. Gregory Enright 4544. Tony, love the videos. Thank you. One quick question. I noticed you don't have any day dates. Just wondering why not. Thanks. Have a great weekend. Are you filming me, dude? Can you see my watch collection? Can you see all of my watches? Because I don't all have them in just boxes, man. Are you in my fucking bank vault, like being able to see? Like, what's going on, dude? You haven't seen all my watches. I do have day dates. I don't have a Rolex day date. They're too expensive. Well, not too expensive. They're just, I like them too, but I don't have any Rolex day dates. But I do have day date watches. A couple of them at least. So, but thanks for your question, man. Oh, this isn't even a question. This was a comment I got from the Urban Gentry, TGV. Do you guys know who he is? I just thought it was cool, and I thought I would read it, you know what I mean? Because he's such an old school watch YouTuber, you know what I mean? I started January of 2017 with my previous channel, and he's been around, I think, a lot longer. But this is from the Urban Gentry. First time viewer, first time commenting. What a truly amazing lineup and insightful observations. Thanks, dude. That was my watch state of the collection, but he had mentioned something about my insightful observations. So many underrated choices too, and I mean that as a compliment. The choice of a true enthusiast. Thanks, brother. I especially like the Zeniths. I do too. Thank you. I tried Shadow Revival recently. Totally strange, but wonderfully cool watch. Yeah, it is a cool watch. It's definitely different. Definitely different. The history of them beating AP to the punch with the whole luxury steel sports watch thing was very interesting too. That's when I compared, you know, with AP, how I believe Zenith got there before Gerald Genta did. You know what I mean? I totally agree, by the way, about the classic Rolex size. Keep up the great work. Best regards, TGV. Dude, that's so cool. I'm really stoked. I appreciate that comment. If you're watching, I don't know if you're watching or not, but okay, so this comes from 305 underscore RS3 Friday Q&A. Are you a fan of Patek? Opinions on its recent discontinuations. I still can't believe they got rid of the 5164A. Yeah, dude. I mean, they're like, that's the Aquanaut travel time, right? They got rid of that one. You know, they got rid of one of their pilot watches. They got rid of the Nautilus moon phase. I don't remember the reference numbers for all of them. But they got rid of a few watches, and they're not that dissimilar to what Rolex do. They just kind of just go, well, we're going to just discontinue it. They may come up with, you know, something different. It's just what they do. It doesn't bother me so much just because they're not in my line of sight as a purchase. You know what I mean? I can't afford that kind of stuff right now, you know? Maybe never, but I can't. So it happens, and they'll probably come up with something equally as cool. You know what I mean? For now, you're just going to have to stick with trying to get one on the gray market if that's what you want. But I appreciate your comment. This comes from F-Town Kev. F-Town Kev. I've seen you wear this Crown Cartel shirt a few times now. Can you give us the info on where you got it? Yeah, you're talking. I actually pulled it off and put it on a hanger so you could see. This is the shirt. People comment on it. Some say they're going to get one. I don't know how you're going to get one. You're not going to be able to get one unless you make one. This is a shirt that I had made. I had 3 of them made. Crown Cartel 1905 was a buddy of mine that has the Crown Cartel 1905, his Instagram page. My Instagram is the same handle as my watch channel, Talking Timepieces with Tony. Overwatch underscore 1905 is his. It's his Instagram, and then mine is Talking Timepieces with Tony, and then the YouTube logo. I had 3 of them made, one for me, one for him, and one for my little sister. So there's only 3 of them. If you want to get one, you'd have to get one made. So, but that's all the questions I have. I appreciate everyone who likes and subscribes, and if you got to the end of this video, congratulations. Appreciate it. So we'll see you on the next video. Have a good one.